live from Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. It is your motivational, sensational, inspirational, educational, keenly awaited, highly anticipated edition of the afternoon swing trading floor with your humble host, Jeremy Alexander Newsom, with another daily dose of mentally delicious brain food, reminding each of you to love life, live life, and trade it. Got to give a shout out to the man, the myth, the legend himself, Andrew Foster, who I saw a mere hour ago. What's up, buddy? Marios from Cyprus, what's going on? Dennis, how are you? Marwan from Georgia, what's going on, Marwan? Christine, how's it going? Math, hope everyone's doing fantastic. It's almost midnight in Cyprus. I love it. Sounds like a song. It's almost midnight in Cyprus. What time is it in Belgium, Luke? How are you, buddy? Gregory Hill, how's it going? Joseph, Fabian, Butch, how's it going, sir? Sandra made it on time. Woo! Troy Beinhauer. Oh, how are you in the fam, bruh? Luke says it's 11. Gotcha. Marwan says, I watched your 3 secrets video. Man, you were awesome. Thanks, buddy. I just surround myself with amazing people like you. That's all that happens. You are who you surround yourself with. So if I'm awesome, that just means transitive property. You were awesome. Claude, how's it going? From Florida. Hope everyone's doing great. Let's dive in. It's going to be a busy day. Benny, you will receive that interview in about 2 hours from today. 2 hours from right now. So you just sit back. You got it. Sean Bennett is his name. Cecil says, joining for the second time today. Lovely. It is Wednesday. Today is Energy Wednesday. We have a packed session today. So let's get started. Broader markets, we did pull back today, finally. Very profitable day, actually, in the day trading hemisphere for real life trading. The vast majority of you, if you are able to short stocks, you already paid for the entire month just from today. I like spelling that Wednesday. W-I-N-S-D-A-Y. Today was a Wednesday in the markets. Brad Reed was rocking out the 1s and 2s in the morning room. White candle gapping up on the SPY. Had a nice little pullback. Looks pretty reminiscent of something like this. And overall, I think the trend is still strong. But most traders were able to squeak out around 3 Rs from this watch list right here. There's a good team effort today, but Brad played Spirit Airlines bearish, VRX bearish, and United Airlines bearish. So 3 little bearish day trades, went to town, making some Rs. Fantastic stuff. Had a good time. So SPY, here's the exponential moving averages. And exponential moving averages, we haven't even gotten down to the 10. I do like this high wave candle. If we hop over here to an hourly chart for my more active, aggressive traders, we'll see we pull down to the 20. So I can tell you, if we're going to go higher, we're going to find that out in the next 2 or 3 days. If we do not, the rest of January, we might simply trade down to sideways a little bit. But type in a 1 if you agree. We need to do that. We need to trade down. Yeah, this is okay, right? The market pulls back a little bit. Your money's got to rest at some point. Just let it pull back, let it breathe a little bit, let the market calm down, and then I think that'll be a buying opportunity. So anyway, SPY made a new all-time high today. Marwan says, do you use VWAP? Only in intraday trading. I use it very rarely. So anyway, just a small one-day resting candle. Could we go higher? Yeah, we'll find out tomorrow if we do. Otherwise, we're going to start resting. Same thing on the Dow. Nice little rotation. Here's the Qs. Right, a little bit of a bearish engulfing candle on the NASDAQ ETF today. A little bit of volume coming in. So, again, I don't think the market's going to go to 0. I do not think this is the top of the market. I'm very confident we go higher. I just think it's going to, take its time and do its thing. So, that's the Qs. And then next, here is the IWM. Asha says, should we consider bearish call spreads on SPY going forward? Absolutely not. Great question, but no. You do not want to time the market top with a credit spread. It's a phenomenal way to lose money. I've already lost money that way, so you can just take my advice on it. Don't do what I did. Just go with the trends. Much easier that way. Claude says, is this the time you normally plan your swing trading for the next day? Yep, this is it. So the whole time I'm going through the charts, I'm making notes, I'm writing them down, and then I place the trades depending on where I'm at in the world, either right after I get done with this or just a little bit later in the night. So that's pretty much it. Great question, though. Yeah, so I've taken a lot of notes. In fact, a swing trade that we talked about just yesterday did trigger today. Type in a 1 if you got triggered into Shake Shack. I did post this trade officially, posted it on Slack, send it out in the worksheet, put it in the recording, emailed out the recording. If you didn't get triggered in, you have zero excuse other than if you didn't have the money or didn't want to take the trade or didn't like the trade. But as far as having the ability to, that was all taken care of for you by me. So we will see if that trade works. Sybil's already up in R. Boss. Wow. I love it. So Shake Shack, we are in. Here's the weekly charts, and I really like this bounce off the 10. Not saying the trade's going to work, but I am saying that, you know, we got triggered in. It's a double bottom. We will see. This trade also might be able to pay for the entire room, even with a small amount of shares. I mean, with $50, right? If worst case scenario, you can just make enough money every month to pay for real life trading, that in itself, if you think about it, would be a true blessing and benefit. Because, I mean, we're going to learn together. I'm going to learn from you. You guys are going to learn from me. We're all going to learn from other traders together. We're going to read new articles. It's going to be a fantastic event. Let me just talk about that before I really dive deeply into the rest of the markets from today. Here is the winter sale just to cover it. It's $169, ladies and gentlemen, if you want all of it. To keep in mind, the morning day trading room by itself, like a week ago, was $179. So you're getting the morning room, the afternoon room, the weekly options newsletter, and access to the cryptocurrency program that's coming out next week for less than the price of the morning room by itself. If you want just the afternoon room, email me. It's $119 a month. It's entirely up to you if you want just that particular program, but I'm sure we can figure out something for you. A lot of traders are doing that. Lisa says, are we locked into that price if the future price increases? The future prices will increase, and yes, you are locked in. Charles says, I look at it like paying tuition from education. There's no substitute for experience. Trust me. Absolutely. Valerie says the afternoon is your swing trades. That is correct. That's what we're in right now, Miss Bennett. But yeah, locked in prices. That's a very good question. Absolutely. So this is locked in. You pay $169. Now let me refer, just to make sure you guys have any questions. I want to make sure I really cover this nicely. I don't know if Ian is here, and I hope I don't embarrass him, but I just got to hurry this up. Ian asks, I'm going to hide his email. He said, Jeremy, is the price for your 4-product special $169 only for the first month and then $370 for the month after that? What do you guys think? I said, valid question. $169 forever. And he went, no way. I'm gobsmacked. I don't even know what that means. But I had to bring that up. I just thought that was funny. Gobsmacked. I've never heard that term. So yeah, you're grandfathered in. Guys, $169. I was at a rock gym, like a rock climbing gym, just yesterday. Do you know how much it costs to be a member at the rock gym for an entire year? Any guesses? Like $2,000. Yeah, right around $2,200 for the entire for that particular gym I was at yesterday for the package that I was looking at. But Andrew said it's $120 for him a month. All I'm getting at is this is about the same price. I compared it to my cell phone bill. You can also compare it to a rock climbing membership. I mean, it's about the same. So all I'm getting at is, if you want it, it's $169 per month. You're grandfathered in, and sign in. Get it, hop in, join. Brad says, what would the crypto room involve? It's not a crypto. This is a cryptocurrency program. It's like a 5-class series, and then you have, trading education. We probably will have a room at some point, Brad. But I'm going to teach you how to trade Bitcoin. I'm going to teach you what Bitcoin is. I'm going to teach you what Ethereum is, how it works, what the future of it is, what is blockchain, how to trade it, all that kind of good stuff. Corey says, so how do I upgrade because I just got auto-renewed? This is Corey. Just reach out to Ashley, and she will take care of you. RM says, when is your deadline to decide, and can we quit after a quarter? That's a good question, man. You can quit whenever you want. The deal ends in 3 days, 7 hours, 49 minutes from right now. Another trader asked, Sean Mayman says, are afternoon sessions recorded, and are they available to members? Sean, did you receive any of the recordings from either yesterday or the day before? I should have sent out a Tech Giant Tuesday and a Mentorship Monday. So today's Energy Wednesday. You're also going to get a recording of that. Tomorrow, you're going to get Transportation Thursday. Friday, you're going to get Finance Friday. And then next week, I'm just going to stop doing the recordings for everybody. Just kidding, man. That's sarcasm. Yeah, dude, I record everything, and I send all the recordings to everyone all the time, every day. Yeah, bro. I got you, Sean. Think about it this way. What a terrible product it would be if I didn't record it, right? I got to change the game. How am I going to change the game without recording stuff? Yeah, baby. I got to be good. I got to be the best. Of course I'm recording this stuff. Yeah, man. So anyway, that's just a quick overview. Be like Charles. Be like Tim Thurman. Get into the room. Trade together. Let's learn together, and let's keep being awesome. And the answer to your question is yes. You can upgrade and downgrade however you guys want at any time. We are amazing. We're the best customer service company on the planet. We will do whatever you want us to do. Okay? I will bend over and almost go backwards to help you out. All right? So just let me know what I can do to make you happy. RM says that's 169 for both day trading and the swing trading room and the weekly options newsletter and access to Slack and all kinds of other stuff. I have the other stuff I haven't even mentioned yet, but you know, like access to my day trading weekly options videos and all kinds of other stuff that you guys are going to get later. Just get in. It's $169. Just sign up. It's $100. No one's going broke from this deal. You're going to be fine. You will be able to eat next week, guys. I promise. You buy this room, the food will be on the table. You know what I'm saying? You'll be fine. No one's going broke on this deal. Think about it like a nice dinner, but you get to eat brain food every single day for a month, right? Anyway, you guys are awesome. I'm just throwing that out there. Shake Shack, we got triggered into it. Looks good. We're going into the stocks. That's the last time we talk about it until, I don't know, Friday or sometime. Dennis says, Jeremy, do you confirm we have a double top on Facebook and Tesla on the hourly? I don't know if I have Facebook or Tesla on the list today. I'll put them on the list for tomorrow. I would say no, though. I don't think that they're a double top. Maybe on the hourly. But the hourly is a very quick trade. But I got Tesla, I'm pretty sure, on the list for tomorrow. No, I do not. Tesla and Facebook. I'll put it on there. So there we go. So Wix. A lot of people were asking about Wix. WIX. This is an easy one for anyone who requested Wix. And again, just as a reiteration, there's over 200 of you beautiful faces here. I will look at a lot of stocks every day. You do not have to trade all of these by any means. Most of these stocks, one person requested, and I will look at that for just that one person because I care. So I'm not trading all of these. If I'm in a trade, you guys will know. So we'll see. Valerie says, but do you have a special day tomorrow where you're making your swing trades? So Miss Bennett, I'm looking at swing trades right now. This exact second. We're looking at Wix. We're talking swing trades. For the rest of the day, it's all swings. Let me know if you have any questions about what we look at. Some beautiful resistance right here on Wix. For whoever requested this particular one, I did like Wix overall to continue higher. Here's the 100 simple moving average. We're trading right to it. So that's a very good resistance. Very good resistance. If you're going to go bullish on WIX and you're not already in, I would wait for a close above the 100 simple moving average. Earnings. When are earnings? They're upcoming, February 14th. So you got a while. Again, I'm not in WIX, so a close above the 100 simple EMA would be pretty adequate. Otherwise, I think she's going to slowly keep climbing higher. Slowly keep climbing higher. Yeah, that's pretty much it. A close above 63 if you're waiting for that. Otherwise, if it trades back down to 53, I think it's a good buying opportunity. Asha says, how do we know which ones you placed today? Just getting a little confused. So I will post it in the worksheet, Asha. I will have a specific entry, a specific exit, and I will also post it in Slack. So it'll be posted in 4 different places if it's an official trade, if it's a trade that I plan on taking. So I'm just right now I'm just writing them down. Leon says PBR. I'll put it on the list for Thursday. Sandra says Slack. Yep, Slack is the access, the social media text alert service chat group that you get access to if you sign up. That's just another part of it. This is worth $169 by itself, by the way. Andrew says, what broker do you use to place orders? Think or Swim, and also Interactive Brokers. Andrew. Ashley says, link to Real Life Trading Journal. Email that to me and I will send it to you. Or you can message me in Slack. Actually, I'll just do it there. Everyone in Slack already has it. Here you go, Asha. Boom. Perfect. All right. Feller says, that's where I was going with my question, but I'm catching on. Ah, gotcha. Yeah, so, you know, it's in the, it's everywhere. I post it in numerous places. And again, if you guys have any questions like, hey, are you getting into the trade? Just let me know. You know, just, I think I make it pretty clear. Like, I mean, here's Shake Shack. If we come back to yesterday, right? And Shake Shack, I posted the limit buy. I posted the stop. I come over here into the swing trade journal. I posted it in the swing trade journal. Entry, stop. I posted it in Slack. And I mentioned that it was an official trade. So, yeah. Adriana says, I just found the replays. Thanks. All right. Beautiful. Kay says, is the afternoon session only for swing trading, or can I use it for afternoon day trading? Well, the market's closed right now, Kay. So if you're just trading something else, you know, let me know. But yeah, mostly for swing trading in this afternoon trades. So just a lot of questions. And I can go a little bit long today, again, to answer your questions. I get that. I'm not in a big rush. Not a big deal. All we have is time, right? That's all we have. Leon, you got all kinds of questions, man. All kinds of stocks. I like it. AIG, I'll put that on the list for tomorrow. Dell says, do you make specific types of trades for TOS or IB, or do you use all types? Refine that question for me a little bit, Dell. What do you mean exactly by that? Do I use IB for all kinds of trades or specific types? What do you mean about that? Valerie, have you purchased for real life trading already, Valerie? I apologize. I cannot remember. I have not gotten a chance to look over the roll call. But I do like to provide that to traders who have purchased the trading room. Yeah, anyone signs up, that's just a benefit, Ash, for traders who do that. A little bit of a gift, if you will, incentive. You know. Angie's here. Let me put Angie. Oh, here we go. Angie's in the building. Angie is in the building. All right. Just the stocks or options. I mostly do, I do both. Yeah. I use both Thinkorswim and Interactive Brokers. I don't trade Forex, if that's what you were asking. And I do not trade, let's see, is there commodities on Thinkorswim? I don't trade commodities. I don't trade Forex. I trade options. Yeah, options and stocks and cryptocurrencies, but you can't trade those on Thinkorswim or Interactive Brokers anyway. Yeah, I don't trade futures. Thank you, Ash. I don't trade futures either. Not yet. Can't trade everything. All right, cool. So we're progressing. I like it. Next on the list is LRCX. Christian requested this one yesterday. And LRCX, I had a very good bullish gap just a few days ago. What type of gap is this right here? Type of gap do we have? Yep, that is a bullish gap and go. Absolutely. Absolutely. So phenomenal gap on LRCX. And where did it trade into? David says, what IB format do you use? Mosaic. Yeah, traded right to this nice little target. Alex says, for day trading, some trades are identified by gaps. How do you find the gaps for swings? The exact same way, brother. I find stocks that I'm looking at right now on Lamb Research, right? That's why I mentioned the gap. That's why I brought it to your attention. I like a lot of my swing trades use gaps. Otherwise, I look for stocks that I interact with on a daily basis. Things like Apple, Netflix, things of that nature. RM says, where do you post the list? Just in the webinar, or do you email it, or do we get it online? Sorry if it's redundant. RM, when you say list, do you mean the trading journal? Or do you mean the list of stocks? What do you mean by list? Just clarify. Again, I'll go a little bit slow. Swing trade candidate. So again, RM, I know you haven't purchased yet, but when you purchase, I'll give you an access to this link to this trading journal. I will post it there. I will also talk about it very verbally in the swing trading room. So I mean, I'll mention it. I'll post it in Slack, and I usually make mention of it when I actually email out the email of the recording as well. So it's posted in about 7 different places. Yeah. Victor says, so personal history with a stock help. Personal history, yeah, absolutely, Victor. So I mean, I'm happy to help you. Let me know exactly what you mean by that again, and I'll rock it out. Oh, RM, this list. Yes, this list was in an email that I sent yesterday. So yesterday, each email I send out, I say, hey guys, these are the stocks we looked at today, and these is a list of the stocks we're going to look at tomorrow. So that's in the email. If you got the email for Tech Giant Tuesday, RM, if you go back to that email, you'll see a nice long list of the stocks that we looked at. And again, I know that, guys, it's the free week. I'm happy to go slower just to answer questions. You guys have questions, I get it. No big deal. Marta says, I don't see the option expiration date for the swing trades with options. Is that posted somewhere? So right now, Marta, there's only one option trade posted. This one was closed on Apple. This is the weekly options newsletter that I emailed out for MU. Did you get a chance to receive that, Marta? I emailed it out. Yes, so the option expiration will be inside that. I don't track that on this particular worksheet because some people also trade different option prices, right? Some people will sell it. Some people will buy it. This is just what I trade. So it will be in the journal. I'll make mention of what it is, right? If it's the weekly options newsletter or if it's an article, I'll post a link to it once it triggers. And of course, if you have any question, you can ask. If I'm trading a stock, I don't have to post like an expiration, but an option, I wouldn't be, I don't know what the term is, I guess, arrogant enough to think that everyone's going to trade the exact same option I trade. You know, so if I trade an option, some people might do longer or shorter. Some people might buy or sell, that kind of thing. Steve, he says, Jeremy, how do you pick and scan your swing trade? So that was, I forget who asked that question just a few seconds ago. But Steve, I look for gaps, and I look for gaps on companies that I like and that I interact with. That's pretty much it. Yeah, so I just take some notes, I jot stuff down, some stocks that I like, and then I look at any things that you guys request. You know, so if you have a question about something, you're like, hey, what's your thoughts on this stock? I'll pull it up. I'll let you know my thoughts on it. And if it's a good trade, and I really like the chart, I'll take a trade on it. Otherwise, my goal is to help you with your trading, right? Because I know how to trade. I want to teach you guys how to trade. Following my trades is one thing. That's exciting and all, but what if I get sick one day? Or what if I die? Or what if I go mute? I want to teach you all how to trade. So I'm happy to assist in that endeavor as much as I can. Ash says, question about closing. Do we get an email to close a swing trade or an option trade that you entered in the journal? I will post it on Slack when I exit either a stop or the target. Yes. Steve, I'll post that for tomorrow. I've already got the list built for today, so I'll post Microsoft for tomorrow. So again, if you guys want to request stocks, get them in early. So anything you guys are requesting today is going to go on the list for tomorrow. Same thing with Thursday, right? Andre said, is there a way to paper trade options? Yes, you can do something called think back in Thinkorswim. Yep, so Thinkorswim has a back trading options feature, which is very, very cool. Solid. It's called On Demand. Okay, sorry. So On Demand, if you click On Demand, I forgot the name, but yeah. RM says, how would you suggest we use this list? This list right here, RM? I would suggest that you copy and paste it and just go through companies that you like out of that. If you've never heard of half of these, don't even pull them up. If you go through and you go, oh, I like 5 of these, and then go in, pull them up, and chart those stocks. It's a very good question. Do your analysis on it, and then the next day when I'm going through my analysis, if my analysis matches your analysis, that should give you a little bit of a boost of confidence, right? So that would kind of be my suggestion, is kind of go through and, yeah, strengthen numbers kind of thing, exactly. Marwan says, any planning to make a video about using Thinkorswim to utilize all of its juice for day trading? Already done that, Marwan. Sign up and I'll send you that video. Plus, I mean, next week I'll probably be doing a lot of stuff in Thinkorswim. I could probably do that tomorrow. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Yeah, I'll be at the house tomorrow. Steven says IB, same thing. I also do broker walkthroughs if you guys want. I'm not busy, guys. I was talking about that earlier today. I'm not busy. So if you want me to help you walk you through your individual broker, just get at me and I'll help you with it. I want to help you guys, right? And it's not $1,000. No. Valerie says, how long does your typical swing trade last? Very good question. My typical trade usually lasts anywhere between a week to 3 to 4 weeks. 4 weeks is about the max because bills come due every 4 to 5 weeks or so, right, Val? Unfortunately. Dylan says, can you walk me through E-option? I probably can, man, yeah. If you want to hit me up, we can schedule something. Figure it out. Valerie says, everyone's definition is different. Oh, no, totally. It was a very good question. Absolutely. A lot of good questions, guys. So again, really quick, just LRX, it traded to its target. Just to kind of reiterate, how could we have determined that target? Big, giant, bearish candle. Just this huge bearish candle, right? We talked about that in the Wealth 365 program. That is going to be a really good resistance, and it's just a fantastic spot to sell. RM says, what do you think about TradeStation? TradeStation's good. So next on LRCX, again, this is not an official trade. This is just me doing some analysis, right? If Lam Research comes back down, this would be the area that you would look to buy it for whoever requested Lam Research, which was Christian. You'd want it to pull back down to about 196 and look to go long there. Next on the list is Texas Instrument. I forget who requested that one yesterday, but it was gapping down a little bit. This is a very nice gap on Texas Instruments. When it gapped below this candle, everybody was trapped, right? There was a lot of people trapped from that particular candle, a lot of buying on that candle. So this was earnings, very good spot to either A, protect yourself over earnings with put options or with a covered call or something like that. If you're in a long-term position, I'm sure Texas Instruments will bounce, but this was a pretty solid gap, and I think TXN could go a little bit lower. This is the hourly chart, and on the hourly chart, it's been massively difficult to short anything in this market. I would like to have at least one bearish trade out there. Ever so often, I like to have a bearish trade if possible. So just to test our luck, let's do one on Texas Instruments. Let me go back to the daily chart to see where that 50 is, because that's going to be our target. Not super far away. So I definitely want to short it on a pullback of some kind. Would have been a phenomenal place to short above here. I'm sure some of you have already thought about this, but remember, the open of long day bullish candles represent a support, right? Old support becomes what? New resistance. Yeah. So that was an amazing place to go bearish earlier today, if you got a chance to take that trade. So over here on the hourly charts, if you were looking at shorting, this is probably how I would. This will be a little bit of a faster stock or a faster trade. We already got an upper shadow here. Now, this is something that's going to help you with timing some, so pay close attention to this one. This candle is already the retest, right? So this is where it did this, this, and this. It's already done it. So if it trades higher, right, so if it does this, it'll probably keep going past this bearish candle and past that wick up into here somewhere. So I think we're going to have my trigger a little bit higher. I do plan on taking Texas Instruments bearish, though, because I don't think it's going to work. I will say this verbally, and I'll write it down. I haven't had a bearish swing trade win in like since like August or something stupid. So if this one doesn't work, that's fine. We'll set it up just in case, because if you have 5 or 6 bullish trades, which I do, it's always good to have at least one bear trade, right? So I would do a limit buy, and this would be a 112. Let me go look at the options really quick while I'm pulling that up. I'm going to answer Luke's question. How far away from earnings would you be comfortable entering a swing trade? A few days before earnings is fine for me. Robert says, how could mere mortals have gotten in the top of that bear candle? Well, so you understand, Robert, I did not, definitely did not take that trade today. I would have loved to, but there was just a lot going on. The only way you would have done it is you would have had to recognize the gap before it happened and then created a limit sell that would have automatically triggered when the stock was trading up higher. That's the only why. So let's see, a 113 put would be worth about 450 by that time, maybe a little bit higher. So here's going to be my plan. I'm going to plan this for tomorrow, and we're going to get in this tomorrow if it looks good. I got to plan my trade for 18 hours. 18 hours. So this is minute number 1. Sorry. So this is not an official trade yet. This is my plan. Let's review tomorrow. And if tomorrow it still looks good, then I'll set the trade up. That's how that works. And if it doesn't, then I won't. RM says, similar in the swing trading room, is there a list published for trades in the day trading room? RM, I wish, my friend. I wish I could foretell the future of what was going to gap before it happens, but I can get pretty close. This is the gap scanner, RN, that updates 30 minutes before market open, and that's what we used this morning to make 3 Rs. So just pull up a gap scanner and scan before market opens, and you got yourself an automatically generated list. How exciting is that, sir? Anthony says, do you have any option minimum requirement volume? It's a good question. Anything over 100 is pretty good. Anything over 100. All right, so Texas Instrument going back on the list tomorrow, and we're going to check it out. Michael says, how many trades do you make a week and a month? About 50, Michael. About 50. That includes day trades, swing trades, credit spreads, put sales, everything. That does not include cryptos, but it's about 50. Is that what you were expecting? Is that high? Is that low? Camilo says, usually you go for gap up or down? I usually go for gap ups on swing trades. I usually go for gap downs on day trades. Exact Science Corporation. This is kind of a cool chart. I don't have any position in this one, but here's a old resistance right there. We broke below. We closed above the 100 simple moving average, and we are retesting it today. So whoever requested Exact Science, I would look to trade it bullish above the high of that candle today and bearish with the stop below today's candle. Ash, Microsoft is on the list for tomorrow. That is correct. Somebody requested it, so I wrote it down for 24 hours from now. So EXAS, whoever requested that one, I like that little high wave candle. Nice little retest. Right, big bullish candle yesterday. Looks good. Here's the weekly chart. Where did it pull back to? Finally pulled back a little bit. Good buy the dip opportunity. That would be a pretty aggressive trade. You will find out very soon if that works or not. Pretty much my thoughts. John says, the chart that we see during the day trading day, is that your trading platform? If not, what do you use? John, my trading platform is Thinkorswim or Interactive Brokers. Depends on Think or Swim and IB. Ash says, can we look at EIX? I will put it on the list for tomorrow. Vincent, my friend, email me that question. I will send you many day trading videos that will explain the percentages of what I look for if you're referring to day trading or swing trading. Cool. RM says, so looks like you use TradingView for setting up your entries and then you execute with your broker. That is correct. With options, do you analyze Greeks? Sometimes. Sometimes. I mean, not very often. With options, it's all about math and all about how much money you're going to lose. Valerie says, this is not Thinkorswim, right? Oh, heavens, no. You would know. Trust me. No, this is not. That's why I don't use it to trade with. It's not friendly. Yep. Ash says, there's a lot of educational videos on the YouTube channel, and Interactive Brokers has tons of videos on it as well. Yep. Great questions, guys. Great questions. Next on the list, we're getting there. We're slowly chipping away. It's going to be a long day, though, because I'm just helping you guys. Luke said, do you have two brokers to mitigate risk of one of them going bankrupt? Yes, that, and I don't want to make the mistake of placing a trade in the wrong account, Luke. I did that too many times. And I said, you know what? A good way to – because Thinkorswim and TD Ameritrade is weird, where it has different accounts and different account numbers, right? So if I have one that's an IRA and one that's a cash account, margin account, day trading type of account, I want to have those broken up. So if I'm day trading, I know what broker I'm in, and when I'm swing trading, I know what broker I'm in. Does that make sense? So I like to split it up based on what type of trade it is. RM says, I was curious what platform you use for option chain analysis versus execution. Thinkorswim, RM. I use Thinkorswim. Ronnie says, have you ever looked into Tastyworks? A little bit. They're okay. Yeah, they're all right. Ken says, would you use Robinhood free options to trade? I would not personally, Ken, because they don't have the advanced option strategies that I like. When I trade options, I can get very complex. It can be simple, but I like my entries, targets, OCO orders, all that kind of good stuff. Chief says, is the 866 number the number to call to talk to someone about getting on the special offer? Either that, Chief, or just email Ashley at reallifetrading.com or Angie at reallifetrading.com, and someone will reach out to you. And, yeah, we'll chat with you on the phone. We'll get you taken care of, buddy. We're doing good. Asha says, I need coaching on OCO orders. I'm sure there is a video on that, correct? There is, yep. Depends on the broker, though, Asha. Depends on the broker. Some brokers don't even have it. So it depends. Cool. Walt Disney, not doing very much today. Walt Disney's just hanging out. It's going to hang out for a bit. This is the weekly chart. Notice this upper blue line, big resistance level. Big resistance level, huge selling pressure there. So Disney's going to hang out until the 10 EMA on the weekly chart slowly catches up to it. The daily chart, you're kind of bouncing around at the 20. This does look like a nice little morning star reversal. So, if we can slowly bounce higher, I do think Disney creeps higher over time. I think it's a matter of time before it breaks out. This is the monthly chart on Disney, and it looks okay. So bottom line, I don't have any trades on Disney right now. I'm just kind of waiting. Valerie says seasonality. Yep, waiting for this triangle to break out. Waiting for that triangle. That triangle breaks out, Disney's going to run. I had a trader ask about Dick's Sporting Goods not too long ago. I don't know if that trader is here. I don't remember that trader's name. I think I wrote it down. I don't write down the name. That person got in at 32.40, and they had to stop at 32 with a target at 40. Let's see, 32 with a target at 40. That looks good, whoever that person is. I forget the name, and I apologize. But, yeah, we did trade right to the 50 EMA on a weekly chart. That's kind of why we're pausing. And as of right now, I'm just kind of looking at it and seeing to myself, okay, it's a pretty trend. Nice retest gap right here. Let's get a pullback and then dip. So 32 might be exactly where your stop needs to be. I wouldn't mess with it right now. Let the stock come back, bounce off the moving averages, and well, hopefully bounce off the moving averages, and then increase your stop for whoever is in Dick's Sporting Goods. Scott asks, can you go over how you project the time that a move is going to take? Talk about future targets like a quarter one. How do you determine that time? Scott, that's what you pay me for, my man. Being blunt. That is 10 hours a day for 10 years. Sometimes I use Fibonacci targets, and sometimes just practice and skill, my friend. Honestly. That's one of those things that you just got to do it for a while. You know, like if you're a mechanic or a parent, you know your kid's doing something, right? I do not use Ichimoku clouds. No. William says, what is the definition of a retest gap? Great question. Ashley, will you send William Cito a video of that? Or you can email me, William, and I'll be pleased to email you as well. Ken says, do you use fib retracements? I use more fib extensions than fib retracements. David says, great, honest answer on fortune telling, Jan. I appreciate it, man. I mean, by the way, guys, I am wrong often, like 50% of the time. Big picture trading, like targets and things like that, I'm usually pretty good. I will definitely, absolutely get some stuff wrong, for sure. Please, guys, do not think that I'm a wizard. I don't actually have a crystal ball. But I do have a lot of experience, and I have a lot of very, very smart people around me. Very smart people. And I just ask them stuff. You know? So that's the benefit of surrounding yourself with smart people. You learn things. Win big, lose small. Thank you, Angie. You're absolutely right. We're going places. We're about 20% of the way through. BB. This is another one of those times, folks, where you know, it just helps to have experience. This trigger, type in a 1 if you wanted to know what EOD stands for. I had someone ask that. I'm sure if one person asked, there's other people. EOD stands for end of day. Exactly. So I simply wanted that stock to close above 1362 end of day. Did BlackBerry do that? The answer, of course, is negatory. It did not. So we could take that little trigger, put it right about there. I'm going to put a stop on BlackBerry, and I'm going to come back to that one tomorrow, and we'll see how it looks, and I will determine at that point if I want to make that trade official. Claude says, do you use EMAs for direction when a stock is in accumulation phase? When it's in an accumulation phase, Claude, there is no direction. Very good question. So no, I do not use moving averages in accumulation phases. I just use pure support and resistance. That's it. Thursday, Benny wants me to add Cree. All right, Benny, I can do that for you. So BlackBerry going on the list for tomorrow. SLB, Schlumberger, also known as Schlumberger. This is the weekly chart. And weekly chart, big resistance. Trying to see if there's any pullback opportunities on this one. Let's see, long-term moving averages. That's the weekly chart. Here's the daily. I mean, honestly, guys, on Schlumberger, the pullback was a few days ago. If you're not in on SLB, I would say look to buy the exact same dip. Look for it to pull back to 74.47. If it bounced there once and worked, it could do that again. Could do that again. Also, guys, just another benefit of all this, you definitely can follow me on TradingView. Ashley or Angie, if you guys want to post that video, you can follow me on TradingView, and you can type in the stock and see if I have a target on that stock. Somebody was asking me, how do I find my targets for stocks? If it's a trade that I'm in, obviously you can just look at the worksheet. If it's a stock that's just, you know, a random stock, you can either ask me in the afternoon swing trading room, or follow me on TradingView and type it in and see if I have a chart posted on it. And if not, hop into the afternoon room, ask, and I'll give you a target. That's pretty much it. Next on the list, David says SLB buy the dip or when close crosses 20. Yeah, I'll just buy it right into the 20 if it pulls back. If you're looking at getting in, it bounced at that price once on earnings, so if it pulls back there, snag it again. Next on the list is NEE. NEE, NextEra Energy, weekly charts, daily charts. Interesting candle today. I'm sure some people probably got triggered in bullish on this pullback, which is understandable. Thank you, Ange. You are awesome. Love you, girl. So here's a resistance, here's a support, and here's kind of a level. Could be a head and shoulders. I agree. Maybe. I would say if this stock closes below yesterday's low, I would probably wait for NextEra to come down to the 146, 147 level before going bullish. This phase of the market is NextEra is getting into which type of phase, if you guys want to guess? It's getting into the distribution phase, exactly. So it's going to start trading sideways, all that kind of good stuff. Wally says, can you show the spreadsheet at the end of the proposed swing trades? Yeah, I can show the spreadsheet. Here you go. What are you looking for exactly, Wally? All right, we're doing good. Dylan says, is it in the third wave? I think this was really wave 3 right here. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to get into some kind of wave 4 distribution for a while, and then we'll end up slowly cranking higher into a wave 5 at some point. Again, that's all opinion, but I think this is a very obvious wave 3. So the question just becomes, is this going to do this and continue the wave 3, or is it going to turn into a wave 4? Bottom line, buy as low as you can on it. Find out. Wally says, what spring trades have we added to the spreadsheet today? None so far. None so far. We got SHAK from yesterday and Micron Technology from yesterday. No new swing trades yet. Still going through the list. Camilo says, your swing trades are beta bullish overall, I imagine. Yep, sir. Especially in bullish markets. MGM. This is the weekly chart. Strong bullish trend. Daily chart. Strong bullish trend. Woo! What a good breakout right here. So here's your resistance level. There's the breakout right there. Very pretty candle. Earnings were back in November. Can someone look at me really quick? Look up earnings on MGM for me. Good breakout. Good gap the other day. Nice looking trend. We shall see. 220. Okay, so we got plenty of time. 220. Annie wants the Micron Technology set up. Annie, that was the weekly options newsletter. Same one I emailed out to everybody last night and or today. So I'll post that in the chat pane for you, Annie. If you want to read over that, you'll get all the details there. You're most welcome. By the way, that's how the weekly options newsletter looks every week. David says, please post you wearing your lederhosen for the Newsome newbies. That's funny, David. I will see if I can find it. I won't be able to find it today, but I can probably try to do that tomorrow. Wally, the MU trade is in that article, my friend. I think all the explanation needed is in there. So MGM, this is a good gap, good trends. It was a bullish gap and go. I think we missed MGM. We got about a month until earnings. I'm going to have to wait on it, guys. I'm going to have to wait. Nice retest gap, nice retest gap. The time to get in was back on this bullish gap and go. And it had already pulled back. It retested. So right now, I mean, it could pull back, but if you think you missed it, the answer is yes. Move on. Wisconsin Energy, WEC. Wisconsin Energy. I looked at this one in a stock review not too long ago. I think it's going to go down to 6160, which is the 100 simple on a weekly chart. Here's the daily, and very similar to Nextera. Very similar. You have a beautiful support resistance level right about here. So if it's going to bounce, this is where. If you're looking at a longer term trade or a swing trade, this would be the area on Wisconsin Energy. Otherwise, if it closes below 62.50, it's probably going to trade a little bit lower. I don't have a trade on this one, no positions on it, but it is at a nice support resistance. Longer term, I would probably wait for a pullback to 61.60. Yeah, it bounced off the 100 a few times. Earnings are on WEC, says Bob. Earnings. When are those, Bob? 131. Oh, okay, so a little bit away. All right, 131. That'll pose well for next Wednesday. If you guys will be back in time for that, I'll put WEC. We'll look at it, and we'll see if it's gapping and what it's doing and see if we can trade it and all that kind of good stuff. Thanks, Bob. Thanks, Dylan. You guys rock. Next on the list is XLE, which is the energy ETF. Brian Shepard, still very happy that you did not do a covered call. I'm sorry, a bear call spread on this one. Stock has been doing nothing but going higher. XLE is about to trade into a resistance, though. So here's the resistance on XLE. We're getting there. If you played XLE bullish, down here, you're coming into a target. It's up to you how you want to play that. If you want to exit some of your position, all of your position, very tiny bit of your position, move up your stop. If you're in XLE, there's a few real life traders who are. Because how do you not go bullish after this hammer? Guys, if you don't go bullish after a candle like that, I don't know what I don't know. That's like an all-you-can-eat buffet on a cruise ship going around the world for free for the rest of your life. How do you not do that? How do you not take that deal? It's like free tickets to Journey, Queen, Lynyrd Skynyrd, and the Rolling Stones. So anyway, XLE doing its thing. Camila says, what's the name of the hammer? That's it, man. If you want a name for it, call it the Hammer of Thor. Call it the Chris Hemsworth hammer. Because he plays Thor, right? Call it the whatever kind of hammer you want, man. But that's what it is. It's a hammer. Mario says, I noticed you use moving averages instead of EMAs. I use simple moving averages for the longer term stuff. That is correct. But I do use both. Andre says, I think I meant XEL. XEL. All right, my man. Well, I'll put that on the list for tomorrow. No big deal. Okay. Next on the list, we got ETP. So Energy Transfer Partner was a big, big win for a lot of traders recently. A lot of traders got in bullish down here. Asha says, I've sold put spreads for XLE. Nice. When do they expire? So ETP, very pretty candle. This is the weekly charts. You're banging your head against the 50 EMA on the weekly. That's why we're slowing down right now. What we're doing at this point is just resting, right? We pulled back to the 10 EMA just the other day on ETP. And again, back over here to the daily chart, you got the 100 simple. So not only do we bounce off the 10, but we bounce off of the 200 simple. That's also a little bit of a hammer candle. ETP probably will do something like this. Here's what Mr. Squiggles thinks ETP is going to do. chop around for a little bit longer, something like that. Makes a lot of sense. RM, that is correct. That's it, my brother. Easy as that. Ash says 72, 50, 71. All right, let me throw that trade in there. I got in on 122. Ash, 122, 72, 50, 71, we'll put spread. Well, since it's March, and you got into that 2 days ago, I would just keep holding. So for right now, mid-February, if most of the premium's gone, you can buy it back. But that's the cool part about spreads. Once you place them, just let them do their thing. Michael, yes, AVGO, absolutely. Okay, cool. Next on the list is ETY. What's ETY? Oh, interesting. Tax Managed Diversified Equity Income Fund. Wow. Not a lot of volume on this one, but trend is looking good. I don't have any position in this trade. Obviously, I didn't know what it was. This looks very similar to like what the market's doing in general in a way. This is the weekly chart. I think if you were looking at playing this one, a pullback to 12 bucks would be incredible. If you get a pullback, that old resistance, new support, that would be very nice. And otherwise, it'd be a good dip buying opportunity. That's my thoughts on ETY. And that is the bottom line. Beautiful. Ooh, let's rate this morning star really quick. On a 1 to 10 scale, 10 being the most phenomenal morning star pattern of all time, how would you rank that one right there? Andrew, that's funny. He says 15. Folks, I would love to be funny and rank that like 10 to 9.2227, Steve at a 9.2, Mike at a 8.956, Charles got an 8.79. I love you guys. I'm going to have to give that one a 10 out of 10. I rarely give something a full-on 10. If you guys want to see what an amazing morning star reversal pattern, feel free to print that one out, put it on your desk. That is money in the bank. I mean, the third candle was a one white soldier. The second candle was a black hammerish candle. It was off of a support. It was off of the 100 simple. The third candle had an upper shadow on it. I mean, entry is here. Stop is here. Good night. If you don't take that trade, I mean, go slide in bed, get some chocolate milk, read yourself a story, and go to sleep. Because that thing is, I mean, you got to take that trade. All right, that's ETY. Did I take that trade? No, I did not. But I didn't see it. I didn't even know that thing existed until just now. Ferdinand, the one-winged blind pigeon. Exactly. D. Howe, I will look at PTLA tomorrow. We're already building up a nice solid list for tomorrow. I'm going to go long today, guys. Sorry. Kinder Morgan. Kinder Morgan is going to chop around here for a bit. See that 100 simple on the weekly? That's a big resistance. Have we been here before as a resistance? Yes. Does that mean you want to go bearish here? Not necessarily, right? There's two types of trades you can take. There is bearish trades, and then there is not bullish. Meaning you can go bearish, or you can just not do anything. So I'm going to be in the not do anything camp on Kinder Morgan right now and move on. First Solar is next on the list. Brad had an official swing trade on First Solar. Barely squeaked out a profit on that one. As of this point, this is the monthly chart. I do kind of want – I was looking the other day at doing a bear call spread on First Solar. When's earnings on First Solar? You guys want to check that out for me? I just want to give you guys stuff to do. I could look this up, but, you know. Mario says sometimes the best trade is no trade at all. That's usually the case, actually. That's like 99% of the time. First Solar, 220. Okay, so we got a month. Let's go look at a February bear call spread on First Solar. 220. Bill and Ash says 207. Ooh. 207. All right, so it might be 27. John says, did you say before that you will never do a bear call spread? No, sir. I said I will never do a bear call spread in a bullish uptrend, like SPY or IWM or something like that. Yeah. So we got February 2nd. Okay, so if it's right around the corner, then I'm just going to wait. We can tell that is First Solar in an uptrend? Well, it's been going up recently, but it's safe to say that there may be a resistance where we are right now. But since the earnings are on February 7th, just going to leave it alone. Dylan says, do you do bull call spreads, which is a debit spread? No. I was trying to think of a time where I was trying to be cute and say when the last time I did one was. I haven't done a bull call spread. Let me qualify that answer. Theoretically, if I get into a call option and then I hold that call option and then I sell a call against my long call, so I have a long call and then a short call, that is a bull call spread, right? To pure definition. So yes, but I don't get into them initially. So I usually do the calendar spread, also known as a long call diagonal, which is owning a longer term call and then selling a call against it, right? So yes, I do bull call spreads, but not to start a trade. They have different expirations, which is a calendar spread or diagonal, and it's to reduce the cost basis of my longer term call when I think the market might slow down or something like that. Yep, we're going to go long today, but that's okay. We're just answering a lot of questions today, guys. No big deal. LNG, this was another stock that I mentioned in December. It was the stock I was most bullish on for the year. Again, congrats, Ray and Bill, few traders who are in LNG. Very nice looking, like inverted head and shoulders thing right here. Something like that. Nice break above the 200 simple on the weekly chart. It retested right there and bounced very nicely. So LNG is an example of a stock in a bullish trend. This is a very nice little buying opportunity on the next dip. So you get the next time to buy LNG for the two who requested that. I would look for a pullback and then a dip buying opportunity. John says, when do you decide to use a directional call versus a calendar or a diagonal? Directional calls are usually about, when I do options, John, I either do them very short term or very long term. I don't really do anything else. So it's either very short term, like days or weeks or hours, or very long term. If I do it long term, it's on a company that I love that is breaking out of some type of long term phase that looks like it could run for a long time. Gregory, what ticker is that? Next on the list is NAK. I'm going to start speeding it up a little bit. NAK, this is one that a lot of people have been talking about for a bit. I think this one's pretty much done. I don't think there's anything exciting with NAK. Pretty much just doing its thing, and I saw a lot of articles on this one. There's a lot of hype on NAK at some point, and again, you could have made some money on NAK, but it kind of returned to normalcy pretty fast. If you were looking at trading NAK, and again, this is just my opinion, I think the 100 on the weekly, which is 132, makes a lot of sense. Here's the daily chart. We are kind of back at support, but not really. It's a pretty choppy stock. It doesn't have a deliciously beautiful trend. So, yeah, I would say on NAK, you're at the 50 EMA on the weekly. I would just wait for it to break and trade down to the 100 simple, and that would probably be the best spot to buy, which also coincides with this support resistance. All right. Next on the list, we have Canadian Solar, CSIQ. CSIQ. Sure, RM. I can add that to the list. No problem. CSIQ. This is the weekly chart. Broke up, traded back down to the 100 simple on the weekly time frame. Here's the daily. Got a high wave candle, and it's out of support, ladies and gentlemen. It's here. I'm not going to take this trade only because I can't trade everything, but there's your support right there. The good news is you got a very pretty high wave candle on Canadian Solar today. Pure indecision, which means if you were going to trade it, you could just entry here or bearish entry there and boom or boom. Either one. However you want to play Canadian Solar, nice bracket trade, high wave candle. For whoever requested Canadian Solar, it's at a good support, could go either direction, and I kind of like where it's at presently. Next on the list is TLT. Had a John request TLT a few times, and I've been looking at TLT for a bull put spread, and I'm trying to get as far away as I can on it, like March or something. Let me see if there's any money into 115 yet. 115. Still no money. 116, 114. I could sell for 30 and I could buy for probably 19. That's 12, 11 cents. No, there's still not enough money on TLT where I want to go. I want to go March. I want to get below this blue line, which is the 100 simple on a monthly time frame. That's where I want to get. So I might just keep waiting. Camilo, where's your one in February? What strikes? So that's the weekly. We could easily bounce here. There's just not a massive amount of premium. That's the challenge with TLT. There's just not a lot of premium. It's a pretty disciplined stock. Very rarely just goes ballistic. And, you know, I would wait for better premium. So it's at 122. Well, hopefully that will bounce for you, Camilo. What I will do is I'll at least write it down here, and I'll keep an eye on it. CAMILO 122 bull put spread February. Today is 123. Now this note won't mean much if you don't stick around, Camilo. So if you're not here next week, I mean, I might look at it in a stock review or something, but won't be able to help you if you ain't here. Is it 2018? Shoot, it's the first time I've done that. Sorry, Scott. Good catch, you cookie monster, you. Asha, AVEO. I will put that one on the list for you as well. Scott says, frequent trader point. Yeah, man. Sign up and I'll get you one. Got to have an account, though. Next on the list is Boeing. Ticker symbol BA. Boeing. Oh, I'm running out of power. Shoot. All right. Looks like we get to just hang tight with just candlesticks. Hold on. I think I can close it and reopen it. You know, TradingView does that. If I use TradingView for too much, it's like, oh, wait, what's going on? What's going on? Let me try this again. Boeing. So Boeing right now is a little, it's a little high. We may be up there. All I can say is if you're buying right there, have a very tight stop. Mitigate your risk. Hopefully it's a day trade, something very quick. I would not personally buy Boeing up here. It's a little too far, a little too fast. If you're looking at a counter trend trade, meaning you're looking for something really fast, in and out, bearish, I would want to close below the 10 or just a strong break on an hourly chart or strong hourly break, something. So it's up there. I'd just be really cautious on that. Is it an island top? Not yet. It has to gap down for that. Andrew says, random question, how to turn off the grid in my background. Right click, go to properties, go to background, and make the vertical and horizontal grids white. Very good question. Is this a, so you guys tell me, is this an official trade on Boeing? Nope. You guys are getting the hang of it. No. So I'm saying, hey, whoever requests a Boeing, we all know it's up here. This thing's going to move very fast. There's no way I could make that official. Just watch it for anyone who cares. If you don't. If you do, watch it on the hourly for a strong breakdown, or close end of day below here and play it quickly. It is counter trend, so a quick in and out. Now, again, if I have an official trade, I'm going to have trigger, I'm going to have stop, I'm going to post it in Slack, I'm going to post it in the worksheet. It's going to be on the recording. Could be a flag pattern, exactly. So that's why I need a little bit of a bearish break. I'm fine buying Boeing at some point, but I wouldn't buy it off the 10, maybe the 20, but better even off of the 50. Head and shoulders on an hourly, says Dennis. A little bit, yeah, a little bit. In fact, if you guys want me to give you a real idea of what I think is going to happen, boom, 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 Mr. Squiggles to the rescue. Richard says, is it more probable for Boeing to go long than short? It is, yes, because the trend is bullish right now. So since that is the trend, it is more probable that the trend will continue than not. Again, this will be a very a fast trade. It'll be quick. Counter trend. But what I can say, though, right now, if you want to invest in Boeing, you want to put all of your 401k into Boeing or something, this would not be where I would do that. RM says, what's the average age of your community? Bro, you'll be shocked when I tell you. Guess. Guess the average age. I know the average age. Most people think 30. Ha! You typed it in. 30. Average age is probably 52. I would say 52 is the average age. 52, 53. Yep. So it's not 30. I'm the youngest. Me and my girlfriend are the youngest people. I think Ben is young. Lance is young. And there's a few others, obviously. But the vast majority of traders, yeah, 52 or over. So anyway, just throwing that out there. RM says, I dig your energy. Thanks, man. I bring it every day. All the time. Lisa. Oh, that's funny. Lisa says, well, I'm 23. I guess that means I'll be joining. Yeah, pretty much. If you're 50 or over, this is for you guys. Just hop in. Oh, that is funny stuff. But again, if you're young, Dylan's 21. Dylan, I love it, man. Let's work together. Let's do some stuff. Let's do social media stuff. Jack says, but listening to you, Jeremy, makes us feel young. Well, thanks, man. I appreciate it. Francois says, you are not 95. Get out of here. I've met you in person. Oh, that's funny. You're not 95. We do have a real life trader though who's in their late 80s. That is a fact. RM says, I'm curious how many millennials are doing this thing. That is a scary answer. Who wants to guess that number? Mark. Oh, that's funny. Mark says, this week's senior citizen subscription rate is $169. That's how I should have sold it, Mark. It would have worked better. Oh, that is funny. One for good trader point. By the way, Mark is I would say, Mark, you're at least not 30, so you're not going to offend anyone else. That is funny. Vincent says, what if you have AAA? AARP and AAA? You're in the club, man. The amount of people, the amount of millennials who do this stuff. So I'm a millennial, right? Lita says 82 going on 16. I love it, Lita. I mean, that is a fact, by the way. Lita outpaces me any day of the week. The amount of millennials that do it. Well, let me ask you this, guys. Type in a 1 if you have kids. And then type in a 1.2 if your kids trade the stock market. Heck yeah. So for those 1 and 2s, I love it. That's amazing. But there's not many of you typing in 1s and 2s. So bottom line, guys, I'm a millennial. Most of my friends are millennial. I only hang out with people who trade the stock market. But I would say vastly less than 10%, maybe 7%. Random statistic. The amount of millennials who know what the stock market is and how to properly and safely trade it, 417 in the whole U.S. probably. It's a small number. So they might have 401ks, IRAs, but not many know this stuff. So if you want to do me a favor, help me get this word out there, guys. I will teach you how, regardless of how old you are, regardless of how much your account is, want to help. I want to help. But I'm bullish on millennials for a lot of reasons, for sure. But, you know, anyway, a lot of tangents today. We're doing good. We're going long. I love it. Asha says, a question on bull put spreads. We sell a put and buy a protective put. Can we just close the long put option and let the other one expire? If you have margin or enough buying power for that, absolutely. But it's a little pricey. Lita, you were asking about gold just yesterday. Gold's doing something, folks. Gold is starting to crank out a little bit. Gold is doing a little something. This is the monthly chart. So we're above all the moving averages on the monthly, and they're all about to cross for the first time in a while. So let me see what long-term moving averages are. Okay, there we go. So there's the 100 simple on the monthly. That's going to be a big resistance. Wait a little longer to go bullish on gold unless you're investing in it. You guys know that I like buying the physical bullions, right? Gold, silver, the coin, stuff like that. So longer term, if you have a physical metal, cool. Why not? Short term, though, I wouldn't get in at this exact moment because you got a massive resistance right in front of your face. Scott said, what's the significance of moving averages crossing? Think about moving average crossing, Greg, as a green light for like 30 minutes in a row. Remember that feeling you get when you drive down the road and it's just all green lights? Feels good, right? That's pretty much what it is. So when all the moving averages cross, it's actually a signal for a lot of traders to get in, and it more or less helps establish a trend. Because once the stock gets above all the averages and they cross, there's a lot of hedge funds, mutual funds, algo traders, quant traders who use crossing of moving averages as a indicator to get in. So just kind of using that is a yeah, it's kind of like, hey, this does work. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's almost what trading is in a way. Once you learn it and everyone starts using it, then it just kind of starts working more. Yeah, very good question. RM says, are you a better swing trader or day trader? Ooh, tough question. I'm going to have to answer that in a couple of ways, RM. And yes, guys, I know I'm getting really off topic today, but I figure it's the free week. I'll go long. I'll help everyone out while we're here. That's so close. Because here's the deal. When I swing trade, I'm very, very good at longer term trades. It's almost too easy. Anything over 3 to 4 months, I'm one of the best in the world. In my opinion, that's just how I roll. I prefer day trading because you can go get in and get out, and that's how you make income, right? So day trading is harder than swing trading, in my opinion. Swing trading, most of the trades, the vast majority of the trades, I'm out every 4 weeks because if you're trading for a living, I'm trading every day. If you're trading for a living, your bills come every 30 to 40 days. So, yeah, I mean, bottom line is if I need to make income, I'm going to be day trading. I will have some swing trades out there. I am a better day trader than a swing trader in pure terms of how many R's I made last year compared to the two. But give me enough time. Let's say money's on an object and I can just swing trade and just leave stocks in there. I'm phenomenal. I'm incredible. Not to toot my own horn, but do you guys know who Rob Hoffman is? 25X real money winner, international trading champion. I'm sure you've all heard. Me and him chatted on the phone last night. He gave me a call. We were chatting. He's the guy who put on Welt 365. He's been in my trading rooms. We've traded together. He wants to put some stuff together with me. All I'm getting at is I'm legit, man. I'm good. So anyway, Mike says, do you have logs for longer term trades? I don't, because Mike, that depends on so many variables, right? Account sizes, what countries you're in, taxes, what type of account it's in, how size of account. Are you in it? Am I in it? Most people know what stocks I'm in long term or what I'm doing. I update that pretty often. I just tell everyone here who's a real life trader, they all know what I'm in. I talk about it at least 2 or 3 times a day, but I don't have an exact log for that, no, because it's, everyone's doing their own thing. There's not enough money for everyone to be in everything. So, all right. Oh, it's funny, Robert. We're getting there. We're getting there. I will be done by 5:30 though, maybe 5:45. Ken says, how would you short the next crash? We'll see when I get there. MYO, a little bit of a mid cap, smaller cap stock. I like this trade. MYO had a little bit of a breakout yesterday. Kind of aggressive. So one white soldier candle on the weekly chart. We do have the 20 EMA, but we blew through it last time. This is going to be a very, this stock could gap kind of randomly. Oh boy, this is tough. I like this trade. Lax as well. So when will you buy gold? Physical gold every month or so. The actual ETF later. It's at a very good resistance right now when it comes back down to a low price or if it breaks out and retests. So the answer is GLD, not for a bit. MYO, I've got to start tracking this one. I like this. I like the gap. I like the volume kind of coming in. You guys see that volume? Type in a 2. You're like, yeah, I see the volume down there. I get it. I want to go a little bit more conservative with this because this stock probably will gap pretty frequently. Again, per my plan, I got to trade something and plan something for 18 hours in advance. So let me start kind of planning MYO, and we're going to come back to that tomorrow. Asha says, what's better, GDX or GLD? I like GLD better. Here's ticker symbol HE. Yates was looking at HE, Hawaiian Electric Industries, and we looked at this one also yesterday. Nothing's changed. It's right there at the 50 EMA on the weekly. It's working on making a Morningstar reversal pattern. It is at a very nice old resistance, new support, and daily chart is looking pretty good. And here's the long-term moving averages. We're right at the 200. So again, if it's going to bounce, it's going to bounce here. Alex, I got JD on the list, my friend. It's just last. So keep sticking with me, my friend. It's coming up. I know you're excited about it. I am too. Iris says, why 18 hours? It used to be 24 hours. It's a very long time. Makes me patient. That's pretty much why. It's a rule that I can quantitatively measure if I follow my plan or not. Southern Company. Woo-wee! Hey, come down, get you some biscuits and gravy, man. I got fried chicken and waffles. You want to hop in that 4 right there and jump up in the truck? We can hang out and have a good old time. Southern Company. Woo-wee! Get you some. Here's what's interesting about SO. Have we ever bounced off of the 100 simple on a monthly chart before? Nah. We never have. Hashtag sarcasm. Hashtag a few times. Hashtag we're here again. So, again, I'm not going to trade Southern Company. Can't be in everything. No big deal. It's here. So if you're looking at trading it, you also have this candle. This magic candle. Nice not one white soldier candle, just a good volume candle. So realistically, entry could be here, stop could be there, and you could play that short-term, long-term, how you're going to trade it. It's at the 100 now, so it's going to bounce. It'll bounce later. Richard, I don't think AXP has a wicked long candle. I'm almost 100% positive of it. I will look at it tomorrow, though. Yesterday was a bearish candle on American Express, if I'm not mistaken. AXP. I'll write that on Friday, and then I'll just look at it because I love you. Nope, not a wicked pair. Oh, 2 days ago, yes. That's why I set this trade up for Brian Shepard yesterday. Again, I did not take this trade. It's not official. I'm not in it, but Brian Shepard is. So, yes, wicked pair candle. These two candles, you're absolutely right, man. High five. Nice spotting it. Nice spotting it. Okay, VALE. VALE, bearish gap and go yesterday, bullish gap and go today. Here's the thing, guys. This is a triangle breakout on VALE of some magnitude. This is the monthly chart. So higher lows, relative highs, big bullish breakout right there. So here's the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame, you had a retest gap right there. Here's the daily time frame. So it pulled right down and then gapped up today with a bullish gap and go. So there's going to be some people trapped on VALE. Again, I'm not going to personally take this trade. Can't be in everything. Entry would be above the high of this bullish candle. Stop would be below the low of this bearish candle. If you want a more conservative, more aggressive would be stop below the low of today's candle. The stock does gap all the time. It's not a super strong gap. But if you're looking at playing the breakout of that triangle, makes sense. Lita, I can do the best I can on that on Friday, which is Finance Friday. UUP, the dollar index, and gold. Next on the list is TSRO. I'm going to start speeding it up a little bit. I know you guys are getting tired. TSRO, weekly chart. So one white soldier on a weekly. We've bounced down here before. Yep, this thing has gotten slaughtered. And I like this retest. Dylan says go as fast as you like. Ooh, you guys want to see how fast I can go? Oh, okay. I can roll, my man. I can burn it up. Let's do. I'm actually going to come back to this one tomorrow. I like this. This is a gap up right here. White candle gapping up is a retest gap. There's a little bit of a retest today on TSRO. Let's put it on the list for tomorrow. Let's hop over to the next trade. Next trade is WATT, W-A-T-T. WATT. We got a nice one white soldier candle, which is also a Morningstar reversal off of the 50 exponential moving average. Very pretty. Whoever requested WATT, pretty interesting setup. Very strong Morningstar reversal. I'm going to put that on the list for tomorrow as well. I just like the candle. I like the moving averages. I would love an inside day candle on WATT tomorrow. So I'm going to come back and look at that one again. But bouncing, I like it. Looks good. I meant to do that on Thursday. TSRO, perfect. Andrew says, I did. Andrew, it's looking good. I like that gap. Very pretty bullish gap today. Actually, this is the 5-minute chart, and you could have day traded the bejesus out of this trade. Very nice bullish gap and go. Got some good opportunities to buy there, buy there. That's the high of the day retest right there. Very nice bullish gap and go on WATT. Snazzy. Next on the list, we have CVS. This was a stock that I looked at back in December. I mentioned it was one of the stocks I was most bullish on for the entire year. Trend looks good. Dividends came out not too long ago. Here's the monthly chart. You have a one white soldier on the monthly right now on CVS. Here's the 100, 200, and this 100 is going to act as a little bit of a support. CVS, for me, is more of a long-term approach. Longer-term, dividend-paying, buy low, sell high stock. Someone asked me earlier if I use fib retracements. This is a rare occasion that I do. So if I pull up a fib retracement, which is right here, if I go from here to here, you'll notice we retraced almost 61.8% of that wave. If I go all the way to the bottom, we retraced exactly 50% of that wave, AKA this is a healthy retracement, longer term buy the dip. This is not a short-term trade. I don't see anything short-term at all, but a longer-term investment doesn't look bad. Next on the list, we got Twitter, ticker symbol TWTR. This is the daily chart on Twitter, and we just ran into an absolute behemoth of a resistance, which is that purple line. We have a little bit of a bearish candle today. Here's your exponential moving averages. We did close below the 50 today. Kind of a big deal. You got two bearish gaps. I did lose an R on Twitter on Monday. You guys all saw that happen, but that's okay. Here's the weekly chart on Twitter. The bottom line, 100 simple moving average, we're above it. 200 simple moving average, we're below it. This is the weekly chart. What would be phenomenal is if Twitter trades back down to 1963 and looks to bounce. Let's put that on the list. Plan it. That's Mr. Squiggles. That's his 2 cents. And if we trade back down on Twitter into those long-term areas, I like it. What I can say is down in this general area, between now and then, if you don't trade it bearish, it's more of an aggressive, active trade. Feel free to do so. U.S. Steel. Niels has a put sale expiring this Friday on U.S. Steel. Congrats, Niels. Let's throw that on the list on Friday. It already is. Very nice. Here's the monthly chart. 200 simple moving average on the monthly. Huge resistance on U.S. Steel. We've been here before. Boom, boom, boom. Very nice level, meaning I would not go bullish right now. I would say if you're looking at going bullish, wait for it to break above 40.78 and then take the retest. Otherwise, find some type of dip and buy it. I have no positions on U.S. Steel right now, which I haven't been able to say since March of 2017 because I got called away last week with some covered calls. Let it pull back, buy the dip, wait for it, and U.S. Steel hanging out. Next, SPWR. SunPower Corporation, nothing going on there. Here's the weekly chart, nothing really going on there. Monthly charts, this is in some type of very ugly accumulation pattern. A lot of bearish volume coming in recently. So we broke below the 100, 200, big volume. This is definitely an accumulation phase. This is what an accumulation phase looks like. And if I was trading SunPower, which I'm not, but if I were, support would be down here at about 6 and some change. Resistance would be right about here at 9 and some change. And then I might add a little support right there. Maybe pick up half some shares at this support, half some shares at this support. Buy low, sell high on SunPower Corporation. Next on the list is IBP. And IBP installed building products. Not much happening today. This is the daily chart trend. Looks okay. 50 EMAs at 72.34. Here's the weekly. Woo! Strong weekly chart, crushing it. Back to the daily. Yeah, I mean, I don't have any position in this one. I would say you got a nice 50. Higher low, lower high, good triangle. One of two things happens. It either bounces off the 50 or it does not. If it doesn't bounce off the 50, we trade down probably to the 100 simple moving average, which is $68, and that would be the opportunity to buy low, sell high on that particular stock. PKW, we're rolling fast. I can go faster if you want. PKW, Power Shares, Buyback, Achievers Portfolio. Never heard of this one either, but it is rock starring. Whew. Looks like the markets, folks. I heard we're bullish out there. Fire anyone who tells you otherwise. Here's the extension. Boom, boom, boom. Target 66.50 on PKW. Nice. Next on the list, we have SLCA. SLCA. Here's the daily chart. This one is U.S. Silica Holdings. And you got a nice breakout and a pretty decent retest on SLCA. Here's a resistance right there. Boop, boop. Nice resistance. Broke out, pull back recently. There's your double bottom right there. Boom, 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 boom. And right now we're consolidating. If I come over here to the weekly chart and pull up the exponential moving averages, oh yes, we are still smack dab in the middle of those. I thought we were. It's going to take time for us to break out of that. So we're going to consolidate for a while. I'm going to put that on the list next week. Doubt it does anything between now and then, but if it does, we'll be ready. Next on the list is RRC. This was requested today in class, I believe. RRC, Range Resource Corporation. This is also the weekly chart, and the weekly chart trying to get into an accumulation phase, trying its best. Here's the daily, and the daily time frame, inside candle. We're down 1.9%. Only thing I can say on RRC, if you want to be in this particular stock, research the company. It does pay dividends. It is an accumulation phase, and I'll pull up a very rare indicator just to see if there's any divergence. There is not really any divergence on RRC. Here's the weekly chart. There's a little bit on RRC, a little bit of bullish divergence. So my thoughts would be, this is an accumulation phase. If you're looking at buying it, this is probably where. Long term, it should not break 1548. If it does, buy some protective puts or get stopped out and move on. Next on the list, CHK, everyone's favorite. Weekly chart, not doing anything. Daily chart, not doing anything. $3.63 was a very strong support. What I'm looking at right now is a bounce off of the 100 simple moving average. Right, you got a little bit of a morning star reversal pattern down there. Not too bad. A little bit of a doji. Looks good. CHK, bottom line, guys, for a while is going to be a dog. Don't feed it, or else it'll keep coming back. I don't see anything on CHK right now. If it's not bouncing off of 363, don't buy it. It's going to hang out sideways for a while. This is one I was wrong on for sure. I thought CHK was going to go a little bit higher. It still could, but right now it's not doing much. Next on the list is TWLO. Another stock that I am keeping my close eyes on, my friends, for a long-term position. Check that out. I call that a support. 2412 was a good support level. Buy low, sell high. This is also a stock that I talked about in the December 29, 2017 webinar. TWLO does look like an inverted head and shoulders pattern. You're correct, Steve Peters. A close above 27.43 would pretty much have that neckline closed out, but you also have a very strong double bottom, nice neckline. We have retested it. That's the point of the protective put, to keep you in an accumulation phase a little bit longer. TWLO. I'll put it this way. I wouldn't be shorting it down here. If you're looking at going long, it's probably mid-range longer term, meaning it's not a 4-week swing trade, probably a 4 to 5 month trade, or even a longer term investment. But so far looks good. I had a trader ask for GD about 4 times today. Here's GD. Weekly chart. Double bottom on JD.com. Hi, I'm JD with JD.com. There's the double bottom, closed above the neckline. There's the retest of the neckline at 43.25. Here's the daily chart, and the only way to get in was 3 days ago with a nice limit buy at old resistance, new support. If you're not in on JD.com, today is a nice new white soldier candle. You had a hammer-ish candle just on Monday. Your entry would probably have been above that candle with a stop below that candle. So if you want to get in on JD, I would probably just set the same exact trade up. Look for a pullback to 45.77, buy the dip, and keep your stop below that wick. Next on the list, and last but not least, Micron Technology. Micron Technology was the weekly options newsletter trade. It had a shaved top hammer candle, had a white candle gapping up. It was a retest gap. I wanted to play the retest gap, which it did retest. I want to get in bullish above that hammer, so I simply said, hey, if it pulls back, let's get in. Still have some put sales on Micron Technology, hoping for a bounce on this one soon. And if it doesn't bounce tomorrow and or the next day, we'll be wrong. If it does bounce, we'll be right, and we will make some money. Folks, that was an hour and 38 minutes. It never goes that long, but it's the free week. You guys had tons and tons of questions, and I hope I answered the vast majority of those. Thursday, already have a nice long list of requests. Let me get this situated here. All right, Thursday. Carvana from my buddy George, Car Gurus, Spirit Airlines. Made a lot of money on Spirit Airlines today in the morning room when he asked for HA, CDXS, CARA, Tesla, Facebook, PBR, AIG, Microsoft, Texas Instruments, EIX, BB, CRE, DOHAL, XEL, AVGO, PLTA, EXC, MYO, WATT, TSRO. Is that it? That's it for that list. And you guys have about 400 others. Alcoa, already got Tesla on the list. Michael says, MU in the letter says calls, not puts. That is correct. Does it say puts somewhere? Michael, did I miss something? Puts. Can you please tell me where it shows puts? I would love to correct that. I did not think I wrote puts anywhere, but yes, it's most certainly calls. Apple. Okay, you guys are asking for Apple. And CX. Dylan says, I wish I could join your morning room. You can. It's free for tomorrow and Friday. Unless you got work, of course. Robert says, MU, okay. GWW, Nike, something like that. Richard says, are you doing the morning room or tomorrow? I am doing the morning room tomorrow from noon to 2 p.m. Eastern. You're going to have LaToya Smith in the morning room tomorrow. Really amazing trader. Shout outs to the ladies out there. She makes me look like a one-eyed, one-winged pigeon named Ferdinand. She's a very good trader. Make sure to be there tomorrow morning. It's literally free. If you're a lady, show up. Support the women in finance. There's not enough of you. I want more. That's why over 50% of the staff here at Real Life Trading is female. I want more female support in this industry. We need more of you. Get in here, folks. Power to the ladies. Support the troops. Be amazing. You guys rock. And until next time, love life, live life, and trade. You guys rock. Bye.